Boom, awesome. So we're recording. All right, so this week is going to be fun. You guys have been busy, right? So we've gone over all of the cold market, like your cold market funnel, your groups. You've been busy. I've been watching you guys hustling, getting your groups together, um, getting that all on the front. So now as you're building your group, as you're building your cold market, like your cold market funnel is done. And from here on out, you're kind of building it organically through using the search optimization that we taught in the modules. And then also, if you want to run a simple Facebook ad, it's literally as easy as boosting a post to your Facebook group. And that's like an immediate get your group going thing while you build your lead magnet and stuff. The warm market, this week we're going to talk all about your warm market funnel. Can you guys see me? What is it? Just
I see.
Okay. So the warm market funnel is after they're in your group, you're then going to bring them over to your warm market funnel. And your warm market funnel can be a couple different things. It's really up to you what you want it to be. It could be a challenge for people. Challenges work very well. It could be a video series, like a 3-part video series. Or it could be just straight to a webinar, right? So those are really 3 options. Next week, that we're going to just dedicate a whole module to webinars. So I'm not going to cover webinars in this module. We'll have a whole module for webinars. I think they just need their own place because webinars is a big task, right? So this week we're going to talk about your warm market challenges. And really, like your warm market, so what you're doing is you're bringing people through the process. So you have your cold market, you're driving people to your lead magnet, you're building your group. Now, once they're at your group, they have the pin post, you have their video, then you're going to bring them, you're going to keep bringing them through the process, right? Just because they're in your group doesn't mean the process is over. It means that really it's just beginning. So now it's getting them from your group. You want to keep them engaged. So by having a challenge, like there's something with just, I know me personally, and Chad and I were talking about this earlier, that like for working out in particular, like I just do better when I have a challenge or I'm in a program or I have that.
Especially when you go.
Yes. Yeah, we didn't stick with that program. That was a little, anyways.
So it's kind of interrupt. So yeah, I guess one of the biggest things, challenges are obviously very engaging, and they're super. They can be super attractive, and you can use it to bring people into the group. So this is what a challenge you could literally do without a funnel necessarily at the beginning. You could just literally, like, there's people that do them without it, and if you can build a funnel around it, you can now bring them through a process where it can be evergreen, right? Like our chatbot challenge. So you ideally want everything to be evergreen because you don't want to have to be constantly, like Holly did a video challenge, right? That was a 21 video challenge where, she did like 21 videos. I don't even think she finished it, but whatever, she got to like 16 or whatever, and
it was a good run.
It was a good run, and
every day I gave them a new way to get leads. So it was 21 days of targeted leads.
Exactly. And so that's what the people wanted in that group, in that community. And so now, okay, great. So that's like, it's like a 21-day video series. You're like, because it was a challenge for you. It was almost like, it's a little bit different. Now, the better thing is you can challenge them to get involved.
Yes.
And so, and then if you can
I've done challenges like a clean eating challenge where I gave them, because I was in the health, I love health, the health world, the health realm. So actually one of my first clients was a health coach. And so we created a clean eating group. It was a 7-day clean eating group where we gave, for joining the group, when they joined and shared the group, they got a meal plan, they got a shopping list, and then they got like a whole 7-day series. Like every day there was a challenge to like drink a ton of water one day. And like everyone put your pictures up of how much water you drank, like a picture of your, thing. And then we would make it fun where if you actually went through the challenge and they would get some sort of like for health and fitness, it's easy. We gave them like a little, those little bands or something. But really, this can work. Like challenges can work in every single niche. So, let's see, what other kind of challenges?
Yeah, so for like a mindset coach, like Maria just popped on. So one of the things that I've seen is like a what is it? A media fast, where you like don't watch, like the news, or you don't watch, and maybe you like you read in replacement, you're like reading a book or reading or listening to an audio or something like that. That could be almost a challenge.
I like the magic morning challenge, like challenging yourself I think challenges are good for 3 to 5 days. I think anything longer, because I've done the 21-day challenge, and then that was just like too long. And I've done a 30-day challenge. I actually had an organizational challenge that I had in a group. This was probably like a year or two ago. But it was a 30-day transformation to get organized in your business, right? And so every day I had a post that would give them something to help them stay organized in their business. So there's all different types of things. As like we're using for our challenge right now is the chatbot challenge. Right now, you don't have to do a chatbot challenge. You can do, but that's why I want it like the organizational challenge, a clean eating challenge. That like, what can you take your ideal audience and bring them through a few days, like an experience, right? Because when you can give people an experience and it's like attainable, right? Like the 7-day free clean eating, they got a shopping menu. They literally went through the whole week. And if you go, I don't know if you're like a health person like me, but if you go 7 days clean eating, like you feel great and you want to keep going. So what happens? You get that first 7 days in, they feel great, you want to keep going, and then boom, a coach just helped you for free. That's a great in. Okay, so this person helped me. Though that's a person I'm gonna like trust to. Hey, darling, that's the person I'm gonna go trust and get coaching from. Is the person that's helped start in the clean eating in the first place. So I'm gonna go in and go ahead. Did you have something?
No. So yeah, those are all, I'm just muting. Okay, cool. So those are all some great, so we actually record when I say we, I mean Holly recorded like a bunch of training tonight. I don't know if you guys saw it yet, but it's 6 modules back there.
Yep, I'm actually.
And it basically teaching how you can go through and create a challenge in a chatbot.
Mm-hmm.
Because we find that that's one of the funnest ways and easiest ways to create a challenge, and then you get them on your chatbot, so that now you can market to them.
Yeah, and chatbots are like, you can market to them super easy, and they're super fun. And when you do chatbots the right way, and I'll share my screen real quick, and I'm going to show you guys what I put together for you guys to help you set up your challenges. But when you do chatbots the right way, like people love to be, there's a term out there, I'm not sure if you've heard it or not, it's called being presentained. And being presentained means like you're having a presentation and you're entertaining at the same time. And when you can combine those things, like people love to laugh, they love to be entertained, they love to be moved, touched, and inspired.
Funny is funny.
Yes. So they either like to laugh or they love to be inspired and motivated, and like really that, that human, what am I trying to say? Either funny or inspiring. Those two things. Those two things are going to get you, it's huge. And chatbots let you really personalize that to them and then take them back and forth through an interactive experience. And that's where you become memorable, right? There's all sorts of different ways that you could do a challenge. But when you're using chatbots and you're going above and you're using Giphies and Giphies, whatever, and you're making it a fun experience for your prospects to go through, they're going to be more likely to want to do business with you because you just gave that, you moved, touched, inspired, and made them laugh, all in the process of teaching them something new, right? So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you guys what we got back here for you. Da-da. Go into tab 531. Just to show you guys, so this is up. This is our new cold magnet or cold funnel that we do. we use what we give you guys. So this is literally this template. It took like 10, 15 minutes. It's literally the template that's back there. I just wanted to kind of throw that in, let you guys know how easy that truly is. So the cold market funnel, that template is in here. The warm market, so when you guys log into your back office, there is a really just kind of an introduction video here. This video tonight is going to be in this section right here. And then I'm going to walk you guys through, I'm going to help you map out your whole challenge for yourself this week. I created a cool little, you can download it here. But it's really like helping you map out your entire challenge. So warning, planning ahead may lead to increased profits. So this week is all about mapping and planning out your challenge for your business. And so you guys have all of the tools that you need to be able to set up your challenge through here. I wanted to show you guys, I wanted to just go back into ManyChat and show you guys really like, I've come along, even from the chatbot challenge, I've come a long way from doing chatbots. Once you really start playing with them, like they're super fun. So the first chatbot, and I'm gonna have to go, your business is always, like you're evolving all the time. So I'm sure I'll go in here and I'll tweak and I'll optimize some things. But I wanted to show you this one right here and just really show you guys how in depth you can go with chatbots and really take people through a conversation. So this is our newest chatbot that we have. And so literally in the welcome email here, like this is the whole flow. You're always going to have and you guys will see the videos. Then if you want to come back, look at this anytime, the video will be up there. So you're going to have like an opt-in, like a welcome message. And you always want to ask them a question, like a yes or no question.
Well, a yes or need more information question.
Well, it's gonna essentially a yes or no question, but you never want to say like no right off the bat. You want to have them like more information. So, are you ready to learn some key things to open to open up the next level into your business? Yes, show me, or need more info. If they say yes, show me, it brings them back to the landing page of the video. If they need more info, then it takes them over to another bot that says, all right, well, let me ask you a question real quick. Are you a coach or a consultant, right? Because we want to be very clear who our audience is, and who we're speaking to and who we essentially help. So if they say, yes, I am, then they go over here. Awesome. We've been really drawn to work with coaches and consultants because we're driven by transformation, and it's you guys that are out there to make an impact on the world. Our skills can help you. Have you watched the 3 things that you're missing to help attract? Yes, I have. Okay, can you see how like powerful this could be in your, it's like you're having a whole conversation with your people. But they say yes, nice, are you in the chatbot challenge? Because the cold market is now bringing them through a process to get them in our group and to get them, now it's time to switch them over from our cold market to now they're getting into the challenge. Like, nice, are you in the cold chat? Yes, if they are, then we do a little high five. I'm sorry. Yeah. And if they say, I don't know, well, tell you what, why don't you go meet us over in our group? So we're always, depending on what their conversation, if they say yes or a no. Now there's eventually a point in time that I just say, if they keep saying no or I don't know, and I tell them, be honest, life progression starts with making decisions and taking action. So let's take baby steps here then, and you're one click away from our group. So ultimately, like I just keep going, and you can get really in depth, but you literally start having full conversations with people, but by the time you're actually talking to them, they've already like gone through a whole process with you. It's kind of crazy.
It's like a choose your own adventure.
It's a totally choose your own adventure, yes. And so that can look like, once you start going in here, and that's the key, right, is to go in here. ManyChat is free. It doesn't cost you anything. There's a pro version that I do recommend you get. It's like $10 to get started. And then, it's not a real killer in the bank or anything. And then you can set up your main menu. So after, like, everyone that gets our chat, they also get our main menu on the bottom here. And this is with the pro version. It's like $10 or whatever. So they always have a call to action to join our group, to watch our webinar, or to create their own chatbot. Like, just from this alone, like 20 people to register for a webinar that weren't registered for a webinar is pretty, a pretty good number just for that being there, right? So that's why, like, you can use chatbots for multiple things to help them grow your group, for you to grow your warm market funnel, to invite people to your challenge. You're really creating a whole, like, client experience here.
Definitely.
Do you have anything?
No, that's awesome. Well, one of the biggest things you guys want to take a look at is just making sure that your stuff is congruent, right? Mm-hmm. So you want your cold market challenge to be congruent with your warm market challenge. So it's like you don't want to be like talking one thing or talking about e-commerce and your one thing, and you switch over to talking about something else, and like it's like all over the place. You want it to be like the messaging the same, if not similar. The only difference is in your cold market, you're really just focusing on solving their problem, and when you get in the warm market, you're branding, you're creating authority for yourself, you're getting them to jump through a little bit more hoops, and you're ultimately working on getting them to that webinar and through that process.
Yeah, and the challenge is good because it's like the more content that you have, the more like people see that as like, wow, like this is a legit. Like, you become legit. Like, if you just build a trust and
too legit to quit.
Too legit to quit. What? You just like build this like trust and rapport because you're out there. You have content, so you can never, like, if you have a challenge and then you have a webinar, like, cool. Because what you're doing, like, if you give people just places where they can learn about you, it's the craziest thing when people have come up to me and like given me a hug and like, I love you so much, and I've like they just know me from my videos and from the systems and from this process, right? So you can duplicate this for you guys, like for yourself, by using chatbots. And I think that's all I got. Do you guys have any questions, or do you have any questions with your cold market? I want to open the floor up, of where you guys have been at so far. How's that going for you? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. So I just wanted to add one thing to the messenger bots. There's two different types of messages. One stay there like buttons. One goes away when they tap it. So if you're okay with it going away, you can use those. But if you do that and they don't see the message and you send another one after that, those buttons go away. So just keep that in mind when you're choosing the way that they respond to you.
Okay, cool. Good to know. I'm trying to like stop screen sharing. How do I stop it? Oh, stop sharing.
That would be it.
I didn't want to just hang up. So we were doing a call
up there, top left.
There. We were doing a call with Dan Henry, right? He's doing like a live thing recording or.
He was going through. We made our biggest month, one of our biggest months. It was like 40K, and he's like looking for a testimonial, and like he's like talking to us about like how awesome we're doing and all this stuff, and like then like Holly like just finished the like thing, like what we said, and
what
then
I had to say, and
then freaking hit end meeting, and but it was like I was like drop mic out. Not waiting around.
Yeah, well, oops. All right, so cool, Cassandra, thank you for your input. I appreciate that. Does anybody have any questions? Have you gotten your lead magnet together? Do you guys have any questions about the cold funnel or that process? How's that part going for you?
Everything's good on my end. I don't want to sit here quiet.
I know, like
things going. Awesome. Yeah, I've got my capture pages up. My bot is put together. Well, I did have a question about that because you were saying for me to show you like the flow, but the way that I have it set up is like I can only see the flow like that I have set up in the first message in the sequence.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't know how to look at like, I don't know if the way I have it set up will allow me to see the entire thing in one glimpse, you know, like a whole glimpse of the entire thing. But
So if you go to Flow Builder and
Uh-huh.
just like screenshot, really what it is like seeing the screenshot that you're doing it is really what.
okay, you can't see like the entire sequence in one because they're not all connected like that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So okay, cool.
That's what she's telling you, is that go to that different view and you'll be able to see it.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, and then I didn't know how to add GIFs to the I don't know, it's silly, but
Show you. I'll show you. It's
Yeah.
super easy. It wasn't letting me do it earlier, but I am determined.
yeah.
GIFs are my second language. So I literally just go to, can you guys see my screen? I
Yes.
literally go to Giphy and then whatever one I want, like, say, whatever. I don't know why they're all a bunch of alcoholics on my front page. I don't even think.
Doesn't it show the most popular
Maybe
first?
yeah. I like to see why someone. That's funny, we went to the same one. So you literally just go to download here.
It's an updated version of the cat.
And I don't know if it's my site or if Giphy isn't working. I was doing this earlier. I've never seen it do this. This was my challenge earlier, so let me see if I'll show you what I ended up doing. Just
That one's so crazy.
I know. So literally you can like free Wi-Fi, Giphy.
Hey, Holly, have you cleared your cache yet? Maybe that's what's causing a problem.
Yeah, it could be. I only have 5 gazillion things up and I've been working on projects all day. So I'll check that out though. So I save it there, and then when I go to the we'll just put one in here real quick. Just go to image, and then you can just drag it there.
Okay. Okay. I know I kept seeing image and I'm like, there's nothing to add them. And I'm like, where do I do it? But cool. Okay. I got
Yep.
it. Easy enough.
Yep. Super easy.
Cool. So we have a bunch of training in the back office. We're going to kind of keep this one short. For everybody that is jumping on coaching, we'll be there at 9 and enjoy the training for this week. Post your successes and the actions you guys have taken in the group, and we appreciate you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're so welcome. See you guys.